Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, this is Bruce Marshall with Simpler Trading, doing the nightly video market update for Wednesday, May the 8th. And we will start here with the S&P. And we had a really bizarre day today. Here's the open this morning, and we're plugging along higher out of the gate. And then we got a tweet. Of course, we get a big gap up here right into the skyline right there, and then we failed back here. This is the 200-day moving average, and just we were working our way up all day, all day, all day. And guess what? See the time down here? Um, we were going into the close here, and this is the way it works. Everybody's getting along here. They're getting along, getting along, getting along, because why? We're going to go take out this skyline and maybe go. There's 2,900 right there, and so get everybody along in here. Nope, nope. Pull the rug out from under everybody and drop us straight down there. Now this, if you look down at the bottom, this is starting at from 2:30, right? 2:33. So 30 minutes, and we dropped straight down here. So contrast this with yesterday. There's 2:30 yesterday. See that? 14:30 and 14:30. So yesterday we're selling off, selling off, selling off. Oh, we're gonna roll over and die into the close, and then what happens? Ripped everyone's head off vertically straight up, into the close. So, why do I point that out? Well, if you look at it, it's pretty amazing. Let's see, let me get it here. The difference, in just 2 trading days. So, from here, we go on yesterday's close. That's about 25 points. I mean, completely straight up after coming down, 15 points down, 25 points straight up in the last 30 minutes. Here, we're creeping higher, 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 and then in the last 30 minutes we go straight down about 15, 16 points. So some pretty erratic movement here going on in the market, and we know, or if you don't know, it's the whole China thing has come back to the surface. There have been started last Sunday with potential new tariffs or raised percentage amount of tariffs and all that kind of stuff. And then China's not going to come to the talks anymore. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Back and forth tweets and all this kind of stuff. So we are in a hyper news driven market. And we've always, news is always somewhat sensitive, but it's really sensitive right now. And to put this in perspective, let's go back 5 days here. So 1 week ago, this is last Wednesday, we were at all-time high 1 week ago, right? Dropped almost 100 points, and again, this is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, pretty dramatic, sell-off here. So what does that mean? Does that mean the market's, falling apart and we're, in a tailspin going, out of control? And not at all. That puts us right back where we need to be. If you look at this, very normal. We needed a pullback here. I talked about this last week, come back into this skyline, and I thought, this probably holds, and we bounce from here under normal retracement type deal. That's just part of it, right? We got a little extra push down here on the China scare and all that kind of stuff. And so this is actually very normal. And in fact, if we, assuming that we start making our way back up here in some direction, we'll be back kind of on track where we were. Now, could we go lower down here? There's a snow line there, and these are voodoo lines, but obviously I've got fib levels in between here as well. But sure, we could. Yeah, we absolutely could. That would be deeper dive than I think we are set up for at this, based on what I'm seeing right now, because we have to keep in mind the backstop of the whole thing is the Fed and growth, and all the data is still very positive. We've known this catalyst for China had been an issue kind of all along, and this pullback is really not a big deal. I don't think at this point it could turn into a big deal if things go ugly, but the delegation is here, I guess now. They're having talks tomorrow, and so that that should get us in better shape. Again, health-wise for the market, this is very healthy. So, how do you trade this? That's the million-dollar question, because even I was talking about this in the room today. Even if we have the best setup that's ever been and the best strategy and it's great and everything looks perfect, one tweet, and it's blown away, right? So it makes it extremely tough to be able to say with any confidence, which way we're going to go. So what I am trying to do is to sell premium around this. We've got a nice spike up in volatility here in the VIX. We're up to we went over 20 yesterday. So I'm trying to once again come back in and sell some premium, some iron condors or credit spreads around this, given some parameters, around here. Put credit spread down here, call credit spread up here, either or both, I think makes sense with this vol pumped up. But that being said, the reason that you're getting paid a little bit more, or a lot more actually, on these credit spreads and iron condors is that volatility is jacked up, and the volatility being jacked up means you've got gap risk in either direction. So all that means is if you're doing those kind of strategies, you just really need to watch them very, very closely with a very short leash. In most situations, you can kind of let them go and just let them simmer and do their thing. But this is really kind of day by day babysitting these things. So they will work, but you have to be real careful in the movements that we get based on news and so forth. And you can do that not only in the SPX, of course, but on any index or any stock for that matter. I'm actually looking. I'd be interested in doing something like that on Apple or Google or any of those kind of names, because the volatility's kind of picked up. We're past the earnings on the vast majority of those names. I don't have anything specific, or I would show you guys, but we'll definitely take a look at it in the next week or so. We should have some clarity by Friday, because that's when the additional tariffs are supposed to kick into effect. So hopefully something gets settled, or at least negotiations. They can kick the can down the road. That's fine. That's what we've been doing for a long time. But positive outcome needs to be happening in the next couple of days. So keep a close eye on that. And that's all I've got right now. I don't have anything else that I'm trying to stay very light right now until this gets a little, clarity, especially right here at this point. We don't really want to see this go much lower. I've got a level down here, really 28.62. I don't want to get below that. We've got 28.50 right under that, of course, and then we've got this snow line down here at 28.30, which was the one we had such a hard time getting over. Remember back here, we tried for a pretty good while. Came up, failed, came up, failed, came up, failed, came back up, touched it, broke through, and then failed. So we're back to that. If we get back down to this level, I don't think we'll go down that low, but if we do, I think that level holds and we go back this way. So again, I'm very light right now, and watching things very, very closely. So hope this makes sense and helps, and I will see you guys at the next update. Thanks a lot.